Joining me in the studio now is Sean Cox, who's the Director of International Academic Affairs at Bahcesehir University in Istanbul. Many thanks for joining us, Sean. Let's start with the Republican race. It was clearly a good night for Donald Trump. Were you surprised at how well he did?
I was not surprised at how well he did. Everyone expected Trump to take the lead, to extend his lead over the other candidates. While the contest is called Super Tuesday, that's not a superlative I would use for the contest. It was a very good Tuesday for Trump.
A good Tuesday indeed. What is going on here? I mean, why is he garnering this sort of support?
He's tapped into the anger vote, the people in America that are disaffected by Washington politics as usual. He has no filter. He's able to say what he wants to say. He's outside of the system, and the people appreciate that.
You say that, but there are many things he says which are quite reasonable. I mean, do people actually want him in power?
I'm not sure if they wouldn't necessarily want him in power, but they like that he's shaking up the system.
Okay, so what does this mean for the Republican Party? Because the man they've been supporting till now is Marco Rubio. He only won one state. What do they do now?
The Republican establishment is going to have to consider whether or not they're going to throw their backing behind Trump if he's going to be the likely Republican candidate.
Will they, do you think?
It depends on his performance in the upcoming states. There are some major states like New York and Florida and Ohio and the like. If he does well, then yes, I'll have to consider that.
There's some interesting comments by Cruz yesterday. He was saying that what the other Republican hopefuls should do is all stand down and support him. Do you think that's what it's going to take? That at the moment it's too fragmented, but if there were more, if there were less candidates, they might be able to push through ahead of Trump?
If there's a strong secondary challenger to Trump by the time of the national nominating convention, there's potential challenge to his position as the primary candidate.
Okay, let's look at the Democrats and Hillary's. Hillary did extremely well. I mean, this will help her gather a lot of momentum. Do you think it's a done deal for her now?
No, I don't think it's a done deal. She has demonstrated that she appeals to a broad base of voters. She took 7 states, but Bernie Sanders took 4 states. And he's also appealed to a different type of demographic. Hillary will have to be able to reach out to those who would be inclined to vote for Sanders in order to sustain her lead.
So what do you think the final is going to look like? Are we looking at a Trump versus Clinton
That
final?
Is the most likely scenario right now, is a Trump versus Clinton election.
And do you think Trump can win?
No, I don't think Trump can win. I don't think that his anger vote will carry over to a general election.
Okay, Sean Cox, really good to speak to you and hear your thoughts on that. Sean is Director of International Academic Affairs at Bahcesehir University in Istanbul.